AnkiNish Creations. So in past few videos I have been getting comments like, what do we do if we don't have this supply, or lockdown chal raha hai, something like that. So I have come up with 3 DIY ideas which you can try at your home with minimal supplies. You don't need any fancy supplies for making these DIYs and crafts, and they are very simple and easy to do. So let's get started with this video.
So first I'm sharing a stone painting. I have painted my stone with white acrylic paint, and once this has dried, I'll start painting a sunset landscape on it. Stone painting is something I really love to do. There are already lots of videos on stone painting on my channel. You can watch them after watching this video to get more ideas about stone painting. I'll link all those videos in the description box below. All you need for this DIY is a stone or a rock and acrylic paints. But if you don't have stone, you can definitely try this on a small canvas as well. The only motive of today's video is to encourage you all to get involved in art and craft and distract your mind from the craziness happening all around. Once the background has dried, I'll start adding mountain silhouette. First I'm painting a black curved line like this, and then I'm using watered down black paint to give shadow effect. Now here I'm using my finger to paint a setting sun. This is not necessary to do this way, but I don't know why I like to do it this way for some reason. And when all this has dried, I'll paint some bushes or plant silhouette with black acrylic paint, and then we'll let it dry completely. Once the paint has dried completely, it's time to seal the paint with some Mod Podge, and if you don't have Mod Podge, you can mix 2 parts of normal PVA glue and 1 part of water and seal your design with that to make it waterproof and more durable. And now our beautiful sunset landscape stone painting is ready. How do it look? Moving on to the next DIY, for this you will need any kind of waste glass bottle or jar, and to paint this one I am going to be using baking soda hack. I want a light grey acrylic paint first, so I am adding a little bit of black into white acrylic paint till I get a perfect cement kind of a shade, but not too dark. Once I am happy with the shade, I'll add baking soda to it. I don't have any ratio to know how much to add. I just eyeball it depending on what consistency I'm happy with. And then I'll start painting. I have shared more about this painting technique in my baking soda hack video. Check that out, link will be in the description box below. I chose light grey shade here because I wanted to give my bottle a cement kind of an effect, and I'm super happy the way it has turned out. This technique is very simple, yet it gives an amazing textured or sandy effect to the paint. I'm in love with this technique, seriously. Now once I'm done with my first coat, I'll let it dry completely. But due to the baking soda, the paint tends to dry fast. Hence I'm covering it with a lid and putting a rock on it to prevent it drying till I do my next coat. I waited for 30-40 minutes. The paint has become a little bit thicker, but still it was completely workable. It is important to let the previous coat dry completely before adding the next one. Otherwise, if we add layers on wet paint, there are chances of paint coming off from the surface with the brush. So yeah, let it dry completely and then add a second coat, and then I'll be done painting my bottle with this baking soda technique. And this is how it looks after drying. Isn't it looks like it is of cement or something? I love it. Now the next part is optional, but I decided to paint my cement textured bottle with some acrylic paint, drawing some florals leaf on it. So I am painting some random patterns of leaf with three colors, purple, green and yellow. This purple shade didn't work well, so I have added another purple shade later. You'll see that in a bit. And then once these paints have dried, I've taken a black fine tip marker pen to draw some florals and leaf on it. And then we will be done with this glass bottle decor as well. The design is very simple, very easy to do, and it is optional. You can also use black acrylic paint and a fine small brush to do this, but I've chosen black fine tip pen to make my job little bit easier, and it also gave a detailed effect. So yeah, I hope you like this idea as well. And this is how this bottle turned out. I am seriously in love with it. I love the texture, I love the patterns on it. So minimal, cute and simple, and a lovely home decor. The next and the final one for this video is a thread painting wall decor. So I don't know about you, but I have done it in school, and it is a very simple art form. You just have to paint a background, but I'm going to share two techniques in this video. Yeah, so you have to paint the background with your color of choice, but do not choose a very light shade of paint, because the technique I'm going to show you after painting this background works better if the shades are little bit darker. So yeah, I'm painting my background with some orange paint and adding a little bit of yellow here and there to give some nice effect, and I'm painting it till I am satisfied with my background effect, and then we will move on to the technique part. Once I'm done with the background, I'm going to spray a little bit of water onto the background, all over the background in fact, because acrylic paint tends to dry very fast, and for this technique we need the paint to be wet. Now I'm placing a thin plastic in which this canvas came and wrinkling up like this to form some wrinkles, and that wrinkles will give some beautiful effect once we lift off the plastic. I'll let the plastic sit for about 1 minute or so, or 2 minutes, and then I'll lift it up and will reveal the patterns. Going on with another round in the center, cause I feel I could get more effect in the center part. And this is how the effect looks when the paint is wet. It will look even better when it has dried. And this is how it looks after drying. So cool, isn't it? So you can use this background to paint anything on top of it. You can draw even mandal design on top of it. It will look so good. But I'm going to be sharing another technique, which is thread painting, for which we need a rough piece of cardboard, a bowl to mix the paint, and some thread. I'm using wool yarn for this. I'm watering down my paint little bit, but मैंने थोड़ा सा उसको ज़्यादा पतला कर दिया. अब थोड़ा सा कम पतला करना. You'll see ज़्यादा पतला करने से क्या effect हुआ. So yeah, rubbing my finger through the yarn so to get off the excess paint, and then placing the yarn in however pattern I feel like, and then we'll pull the thread. थ्रेड को पुल करने वाला वीडियो मैं शूट नहीं कर पाई क्योंकि कैमरा का एंगल वैसे नहीं था, सो सॉरी अबाउट दैट. बट हियर आई एम पुलिंग द थ्रेड एंड देन आई लिफ्ट ऑफ द पेपर टू सी द इफेक्ट. मेरा पेंट थोड़ा ज़्यादा वेट था, उसकी वजह से पेंट थोड़ा ज़्यादा स्प्रेड हो गया, बट आई विल फिक्स दैट लेटर ऑन. एंड नाउ आई एम टेकिंग लेस पेंट ऑन द थ्रेड एंड मेकिंग 2 more flowers with this, and you'll see how the effect comes with less paint or a thicker paint. See? Now I'm fixing the ज़्यादा फैला हुआ वाला white part with some orange paint and my finger to give it more of a natural look, and then I'll paint third flower with it, and we'll be done with this painting as well. This is the beauty of thread painting. You cannot imagine the end result. It will be different every time you do it. And now I am covering up the border with the same orange paint, and we are done with our simple wall art. Do try this technique at home. It is so therapeutic and you'll get amazing result every time you try it.
So that's it for this video. I really hope you all like it. Comment down below if you want a part 2, and like this video so that I can film more DIYs with minimal supplies. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's reach to 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Love being creative.